Y'all crazy. I'm just telling you, this game comes down to this right here.
Oh no. Well, yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So other
Yeah,
than
see you in the
that,
courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
You make a load of money doing it. And the business model that he put out there, it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. Okay. But it's a business model, and these fighters aspire to be great, but they also aspire to make a load of money.
Leonard Ellerbe has allegedly disclosed that Floyd Mayweather could face arrest over a $42 million scam, admitting that not all business ventures succeed. He reportedly implied that Mayweather is determined to profit from every possible platform, regardless of the risks or setbacks involved.
That he put out there, it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. Okay. But it's a business model, and these fighters aspire to be great, but they also aspire to make a load of money.
At nearly 50, Floyd Mayweather continues to flaunt his wealth on social media. Critics claim this constant display of luxury is pushing him toward financial ruin. Many believe his habit of showcasing every extravagant purchase and accomplishment is fueling his decline, with some even predicting he'll end up broke.
They kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old to feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But, people on social media do what they do best, especially black people, try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50, they just passing these kids through. So it's a lot of stuff to worry about. But people online seeing what Floyd did or didn't buy, I just find it weird on his end that you still feel like you got to announce every move on social media. And that's his biggest reason why he going broke and why he gonna be broke. He want to keep up with the Joneses. At some point, even, Bill Gates ain't really never lived that lifestyle with Steve. At some point, they scale it back. They had their fun. They probably bought the dream car, dream house, dream bitch. They had the fun, but they realized, okay, let me scale it back. At some point, you can't live your 40s and 50s like you 20 and 19. You can't live like that. It's okay, I don't really need a house in Cali or...
Mayweather's $42 million investment in real estate hasn't gone as expected. According to Business Insider, he's not the sole owner of the properties, despite his claims. The actual ownership remains unchanged, and his strategy has failed to deliver the promised returns, marking a rare misstep in his otherwise extravagant lifestyle.
In Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York. Really.
As a longtime associate, Leonard Ellerbe has had a front-row seat to how Floyd Mayweather navigates the business world. A central figure in Mayweather's promotions, Ellerbe has observed Floyd's money-handling tactics closely. A major red flag emerged when Floyd allegedly failed to pay Gervonta "Tank" Davis what he was owed, raising serious concerns about his financial ethics.
That basically gave him $1 million, came out to Vegas, and they had a whole backstory to that. And I'm pretty sure Leonard was around seeing all that. And what you're saying doesn't sound far-fetched. And I'm not agreeing with you just to agree with you, but like the champ may be hurt just because like you a human being. You could whoop ass, but you're still a human being, right? You may be hurt that you missed a moment. I've also seen guys where, they moment passed and you try to hold on to things and that becomes an element of it. But then also it's just not a Leonard Ellerbe thing. There's a lot of people who may be in position around a Floyd Mayweather, but whatever deal they agreed to at the time didn't allow them to get all the money that they probably could have earned, right? And so he probably sees the infrastructure that Tank doesn't have in the relationship, and he's not saying, hey man, it ain't fuck you, champ.
After observing Floyd's actions over time, Leonard Ellerbe decided to step down as CEO of Mayweather Promotions. His departure underscores rising frustration within Floyd's inner circle, especially concerning how Floyd handled business and failed to properly compensate those who contributed to his success.
Welcome to In This Corner. Breaking news, Leonard Ellerbe has stepped down as CEO from Mayweather Promotions. Mayweather acknowledges Leonard Ellerbe, but also says that they will now be joining forces with Richard Schaefer. Why do you think Leonard Ellerbe stepped down? Is it really the end for Mayweather Promotions? As many people say, lots of their fighters have now walked away from the promotional company. Chime in, tell me what you think.
Leonard Ellerbe's exit from Mayweather Promotions wasn't an isolated case. Gervonta Davis also parted ways, sparking questions about Floyd's management style. Floyd downplayed the situation, claiming he made Tank a millionaire and that leaving was Tank's choice. However, his dismissive response only intensified speculation about the true reasons behind their departures.
Gervonta Davis, but I seen recently that he's actually looking to leave. So how does that relationship work? How does that work as far as, grooming somebody, getting them to a point, and then having some differences?
I've always been a gentleman. I've always been respectful. And there's nothing like taking a kid that come from the same background as you and helping them and put them in a position to become a multi-millionaire. You meet a kid, he come up to you for an autograph. You sign an autograph for him, then I tell him, in a few years when you get older, I'm going to work with you and I'm going to make you world champion someday. Years later, I started working with him, helped him, pushed him to be great. And if he feels like, he's grew wings where he can fly, become his own boss, more power to him. Good.
Mayweather is known for flaunting his wealth, spending heavily on everything from luxury cars to designer clothes. His extravagant lifestyle is a constant presence on social media, where he proudly showcases his riches. However, this non-stop spending has raised doubts about the sustainability of his wealth, especially in light of his questionable business practices.
We got options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren, the original McLaren. Bentley, Rolls, the Maybach truck or Maybach truck.
Recently, Logan Paul threatened legal action against Floyd Mayweather over unpaid millions, vowing to see him in court. Logan's pointed remarks suggested that Floyd's failure to pay could ultimately land him in prison. This public dispute adds to the growing narrative of Floyd's alleged financial irresponsibility and his apparent disregard for honoring contractual agreements.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this for the court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm with you. I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
This isn't the first time Floyd Mayweather has faced legal issues. He has a complicated history with the law, having served time in jail previously. Despite his vast wealth, Floyd has frequently mentioned feeling a lack of freedom, underscoring the cost of his fame and fortune. His past legal troubles seem to indicate a recurring pattern linked to his financial decisions.
Explain all that. How did that happen in your life?
Well, things happen. I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take in my children's life.
Rapper 50 Cent also shared his experience, recalling when he took over Mayweather Promotions during Floyd's time in jail. However, upon Floyd's release, he allegedly forgot what 50 had done for him and failed to repay the millions he had invested.
It goes on where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying the new Lamborghini and all these new things. And I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back? But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardlessly. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, you know, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when he...
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about...
Floyd's response to 50 Cent was that he never asked him to step in, further emphasizing his disregard for loyalty and business commitments. Floyd's history is riddled with scandals, especially financial ones. One significant incident involved allegations of scamming people or failing to pay taxes on his earnings. There was also a report of him being held hostage in Dubai over unpaid luxury jewelry. These incidents have only fueled the increasing skepticism surrounding his business practices and personal integrity.
Turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Public perception of Floyd's financial practices remains tainted by his past actions. Despite his claims of being a successful businessman, many view him as someone focused on short-term gains rather than long-term stability. His financial decisions, particularly those involving friends, partners, and fans, suggest that Mayweather's wealth may be more about spectacle than a solid financial strategy.
AKA Ferrari F50. So 50's obviously going to take any chance that he can to troll Floyd Mayweather. And I don't know how accurate or true this is. 50 said it was true and then removed it off his Instagram like he sometimes does. He'll chime in on things and then remove it. But luckily for me, I know that he does that, so I screenshot everything that he posts. Just because, you know, he'll remove it and then it's hard to find it. I'm like, damn, it was up there. So just for like podcasts and just research purposes, I always screenshot them, have it on my phone. That way, if it's removed, you know, it's like, hey, you know, he did post this. So what am I talking about? Let's go over this. 50 Cent has weighed in on a shocking claim in the ongoing spat between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, saying he believes a belief that has allowed him to get in some digs of his own.
When asked about Floyd's alleged hostage situation in Dubai, Leonard Ellerbe chose to remain silent. This decision has sparked more curiosity about the dynamics within Floyd's inner circle. It remains unclear whether Ellerbe's silence reflects loyalty or an acknowledgement of a deeper truth about Floyd's business dealings.
In my opinion, Tank is the best fighter in the entire world. And another terrific opportunity on June the 15th to go out there and show you guys why he's the top dog.
Just out of curiosity, bro, he said that Floyd was kidnapped by the Abu Dhabi folks. Any comment on that?
And again, like I was just saying, again, Tank's that guy. And for all the guys out there in the weight class and around the weight class, he's coming to get each and every one of you guys.
Floyd Mayweather didn't just spend recklessly, he's also been accused of making money through questionable promotions and scams. Allegedly, he took money from fans for events or merchandise that never came to fruition. A TikTok expose revealed how Mayweather's brand was built more on hype than substance, with many of his promotions failing to deliver on their promises, leaving fans disillusioned.
I'm just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world, guess what?
Guess what?
Drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
there's more scamming to be done.
And it's not over.
My God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my God. That's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autographed gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he did.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest. You just got scammed again.
Another example of Floyd's questionable business practices is his involvement in promoting cryptocurrency schemes. Despite his massive wealth, he allegedly took millions for endorsing fake crypto projects that ultimately collapsed. This behavior highlights Floyd's obsession with capitalizing on every opportunity, regardless of its legitimacy or the potential consequences. His financial empire often seems like an illusion. While his social media portrays him as an unshakable financial success, the reality may be much different. Scams, failed investments, and unfulfilled promises have eroded the image he's worked so hard to create. Behind the lavish spending and flaunting of riches lies a much darker financial truth.
Getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra card.
The Centra card. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything what that's going on, really. So like what
we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read,
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And you send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right. And you just basically give him his script and he just does.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned and see you next time.